welcome back. Today we're doing the annual mid-year freakout book tag. I think I've done this most years that I've been doing booktube at this time of the year. I think it's just a really fun tag to see like what I've got left, what I've sort of read this year. It's like a little bit of a mini wrap up for the year of the good, the bad, the unexpected. But yes, we will jump straight into that because I have a giant pile of books here that I need to tell you all about. There is actually one book that would have fit so many of these categories, but I wanted to have different books for different answers. So there's a lot of different books for that reason. So the first question in the tag is the best book that you have read in 2021 so far. For me, that is The House in the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune. If you haven't heard of The House in the Cerulean Sea before, which if you're on booktube, you probably have, it follows our main character, Linus Baker, who is a worker for this company who kind of manages all the magical creature children in this world, and they all kind of get put into these like boarding houses and like adoption homes. And this is a really wholesome story about Linus, who then has to go and meet a lot of these children, and it follows their story of acceptance and self-discovery, and there's just so many lovely themes in this book that just warmed my heart so much, and that is why I love this book. Question number 2 is the best sequel that you've read this year, and for me that is A Beautifully Foolish Endeavour by Hank Green. I read An Absolutely Remarkable Thing in like 2017, I think it was, maybe 2018, and that was actually kind of my restart back into reading. I had been in such a huge reading slump before that, and the first book to this series really pulled me out of that, and I think that this book topped that again. I really enjoyed the themes of this book. I've spoken about it before, so I'll leave the links to it in the description below, but this is a continuation of the Carl series where a giant robot landed in the middle of New York, and they named it Carl, and it was this big phenomenon. Lots of aliens, bit of sci-fi, bit of urban fantasy, it's got it all. Number 3 is a new release that you haven't read yet, and following on the Green train, it is The Anthropocene Reviewed by John Green. To be perfectly honest, I'm not the biggest fan of John Green's fiction writing, but I really enjoy his YouTube and the podcasts that he and Hank do, and the crash course and all that kind of stuff, and I'm pretty sure that that's more what this book is kind of about, like that reviewing of things in our world that don't normally get reviews. I'm pretty sure is like the premise of this book. So I'm actually really excited to jump into this because I want to see John Green's writing in the realm of things that I'm actually interested in that he talks about. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for this. Number 4 is the most anticipated release for the second half of the year. I had to look this up because I don't have a most anticipated release for the second half of the year, and I don't actually have an answer for this. Like, I'm just not going to answer question 4 because I don't have one. Number 5 is your biggest disappointment for this year, and I have to say that it is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. This was disappointing because everyone loves it. I didn't love it, and I really like V.E. Schwab's writing, so I don't know why I didn't like this, but I guess I just didn't enjoy the way that the story was written. I didn't enjoy the characters. I didn't enjoy the story. It really wasn't a part of this book that I did actually like. I like the cover. That's about it. The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue is a story that follows her main character, Addie LaRue, and she has been cursed by a night god that basically everyone who meets her forgets her immediately after they are no longer in her sight, or she's no longer in their sight, and she has to now live this immortal life without being remembered. I don't know, I just found this book really boring and I didn't like it, so there you go. Number 6 is the biggest surprise of this year. And this is something that's been on my TBR since the book came out and I just never read it, and it's Caraval by Stephanie Garber. I don't know why I didn't pick this up before now. It is a circus-themed, game-themed mystery book that is filled with adventure. It's fast-paced. It's set over a short period of time, which I love. The characters are great. I listened to the audiobook of this. I really enjoyed it. It was such a fun listen, and it was I didn't expect to like it as much as I actually did. So Caraval. Number 7 is your favorite new author. So either an author that's new or an author that's new to you. And for this one, I'm going with Tracy Deonn. Like, Legendborn was amazing. She has such a beautiful writing style. It's so diverse. And genuinely, it was just a really, really good read. So I'm really keen to see what else Tracy Deonn has, because I'm pretty sure that this is her debut novel. Yeah, this is her debut novel. So I'm so excited to see what else Tracy Deonn has to offer, because this was amazing, and upwards from here. Number 8 is your newest fictional crush. Oh boy, this was a tough one, and I'm gonna have to go with Dante from the Caraval series. It was a toss-up between Julian and Dante, and I just couldn't pick one. And I think because I've listened to Legendary more recently, I think I'm gonna go with Dante, but I also really love Julian. Like, the boys in this series, chef's kiss, they were amazing, so good. Number 9 is your newest favorite character, and I will say it's Linus Baker from The House on the Cerulean Sea. He has so much fantastic character development in this book, it's actually ridiculous. And TJ Klune writes amazing characters. Like, I didn't not love a single character in this series. Every character in this book would probably be my new favorite character if I could make it, but if we have to choose, it's Linus. Good old Linus Baker. Number 10 is a book that made you cry. This was tricky because I wanted to say The House on the Cerulean Sea again, but I can't because this is now like the second time that it's been in the video already. So I will go with The Red Queen by Isabel Carmody. This book made me cry because it's been a 10-year journey to finish this series, and to see all of my characters like wrap up their stories, go about their new lives, all of these kinds of things, it just filled my heart and made me cry. So The Red Queen. And the Open Newton series in general, really. Yeah, I was sobbing in the car on my way to work listening to this. Number 11 is a book that made you happy. Again, I was gonna put The House in the Cerulean Sea, but I can't. So I did pick for this one A Quarter Silver Flames by Sarah J Maas. I don't know, it made me happy. It filled my heart. It brought me warmth to my day. I loved the character development and the journey that we went on through this book. It was a big book and it was a big journey, and we made it, and it made me happy at the end. There's nothing else to say. We all know that we love a good Sarah J Maas, and this was a good Sarah J Maas. Number 12 is the most beautiful book you've bought this year. Again, was gonna put The House in the Cerulean Sea, but I'm not, so I am putting Before the Coffee Gets Cold by, I'm not gonna be able to, Toshikazu Kawaguchi. This is a pretty short novel. It's by a Japanese author, and basically the premise is this cafe gives you the ability to go back in time, but you have to go back to a time and then make it back before your coffee gets cold. That's all I know about this. It's got a beautifully embossed little header up here. It's all shiny, it's blue, and it's got a really, really nice picture on it. So I really like this. This is a beautiful cover for me. And the final question, number 13, is what books do you need to read by the end of this year? I have so many books that I need to read by the end of this year. So I just cherry picked the ones that I'm most excited to read by the end of this year. First one is One Last Stop by Casey McQuiston. This is my most recent purchase. I don't know, I really like Red, White and Royal Blue, so I'm gonna try and see what this one's about. I actually have no idea, I just liked Red, White and Royal Blue, so I picked this one up. Excited to read this. Better Together by Christine Riccio. I've been watching her channel since like 2014, 15, like way back when. Longest YouTube channel that I've ever watched. As much as people hated Again but Better, I actually really enjoyed it. I thought it was like a cool story, and because I've seen the process in which Christine went through to write it, and the same with Better Together. I don't know, I enjoy her writing. It's fun. Anyway, Better Together, I'm excited for this. Normal People by Sally Rooney. Everyone has read this, everyone has loved this. We will see. I tend to hate things that people love, so this could go either way. Similar story, Such a Fun Age by Kylie Reid. Again, everyone's enjoyed it. Could go either way. Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. Again, everyone loves it. I have a bad track record of hating Leigh Bardugo's work, so this, again, could go either way. I didn't like Shadow and Bone. I thought Ninth House was okay. We'll see how we go with Six of Crows, because this is like the beloved child in that world. And finally, The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. Again, everyone's loved it. I have heard some off reviews though for this, which usually the off reviews that I've heard have been by people that I don't like what they read. So it gives me hope for this book. And that is my Media Freakout book tag for 2021. Stay tuned for next year's, because I'm sure there will be another one. If you have also done this tag, let me know, because I love tags. They're so much fun. I enjoy watching them. I enjoy getting book recommendations from these, because you kind of get people's actual opinion about books in a short summary, which is amazing. I have a short attention span. If you have done it, let me know in the comments and I will go and check it out. But other than that, that is all that I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.